No need to ask, it's a smooth operator. Smooth operator. Da-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na. There's a few things, not three things. Why did you have to go? Wait, what? I thought I changed this up. Whoopsie. NFP expectations / trading plan. There we go. That's better. That's better. Much better. Oh, full margin. Dude, look at what we hit, Metham. Just like we were talking about for the longest time. We finally hit it. That volume imbalance and that flat body low. We got to where we wanted to be at. God bless. God bless. We did it. We made it to the motherland. That's huge. That is huge. But now, what is going to happen tomorrow, given the fact that we have Monday high of week? That is the question as to what is next. How do you know that the PDRA supports price or not? Oh yeah, next year next year will just be vacation month. January, February, we just go on vacation. Vizsac. I have videos on my channel that will simplify your approach to trading. Just go through the 4 video series that I have, and that should make some clarity for you. But let's talk about what we're expecting for tomorrow, what happened this week, and what could come next. So, going into hold on. Let me call after YouTube stream. I got it. But I know seasonality is bullish leading into the month of March for the dollar index. So let's put this on a side-by-side view just so that we have a better depiction, just to see what could come next. So what we're looking at here is the 37, the 15, and the 5-year chart. Moving into the month of March, we're in the first week. So we will either be if we look at the 37-year, obviously it looks like we kind of top out almost towards the end of March. So NFP, as we know this, it typically will set the high or the low of the month across majors, across indices, honestly, anything dollar cross. So in my opinion, what could happen based off of what we're going to see on a reaction, because this is what my draw on liquidity was, for the week, but also just overall in general based off of how the dollar was trading, was the flat body low from this daily candle here and this volume imbalance. So what I'm honestly expecting to see, I would expect to see bullish price action off of this volume imbalance, at least because the fact that we've had Monday high of week. So I would assume that price would potentially deliver us a TGIF. That's my honest opinion here on the dollar index or some sort of retracement. But what we always do, like I never have positions open prior to NFP. I always wait until after the NFP data release is given out to us. And my main focus will be on indices for some sort. Whoa, what happened to my charts and my annotations? Wow, I didn't have my contracts adjusted? That's whoa, what the that's weird. Alright, I'm gonna clear these out though. Clear this. I don't know what happened here. Clear this and clear this. Given the fact that Thursday we just took out the highs set from the week, and we took out Monday's high, I think that on indices, which will be my main focus, we're not going to trade them, and now we're not going to focus on them until after NFP release comes in. So what I'm assuming is going to happen is we're going to create SMT, and we already have it here. ES is stronger, the NASDAQ stronger than the Dow. If I had to give some sort of guess, there's a flat body high on the Dow Jones here. Once NFP gets released on Friday at 8:30, I think that the Dow will set a wick up, taking out Thursday's high into this flat body high here. And then by that time when it does that, that will mean that we run the high again on ES here and create more SMT. Like this. So I'm honestly expecting this, and then the move down lower is what I really think is going to happen. A wick up, and then we drop. That's my initial idea from what is possible to come on index futures. Travis, DXY turtle soup equal low. Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming we're gonna get a reaction off of this, and I think the reaction off of this is gonna be bullish, because again, like, what are we looking at here? We're looking at runs on external range lows. So I'm not gonna look for a continued lower. I want price to at least run the external range and then reach into at least this internal range liquidity pool on the daily. Like, I want it to come up to here at least. Take out Thursday's high. That's like a minimum for me. And for Euro and for the pound, I think the pound's going to take out that high at 128.279. And I think that, obviously, that's SMT already. Is that SMT? Here, daily. No, it's not SMT yet. That's going to create SMT here at this high. And then it'll be SMT here at this high, whatever that does. So if we look at Euro, I think we're going to set up a wick, push it higher. Maybe we push up to 1.1000 or 10,000, and then create SMT drop. But I'm very interested and intrigued to see dollar push from this low. I think that this is going to support us, since given our weekly profile, I think a TGIF setup is the most thing that's like necessary for us to take into accountability for our NFP expectation, because I just can't think to myself that we're just going to have Monday high, Friday low of week. Or if like we do get Monday high, Friday low of week, our bullishness will come, and it'll come into this internal range at 103.364. And that's what I'm thinking is going to happen, honestly, for dollar index. But we should not be having positions open prior to when the data release comes out. we should be waiting at least 30 minutes to 45 until after we get our news release come in, because we want to see price settle, find out a bottom, see if we could sweep lows again, and then we can capitalize on the move. But my main focus will be on indices, because in my opinion, I think indices provide like the clearest moves with manipulation on the initial data release, and then 9:30 open is when we can capitalize. Gold. Man, you guys love gold. I don't know why. But gold has been on an absolute tear. And we reached that external range high. Well, actually not just yet, because this was monthly internal to external range move. And we have a short-term low, intermediate-term low, short-term low here. So we actually reached this external range high. So if we don't push up again, like if dollar drops again, like for more manipulation, I think that the 2183.2 is going to run. But if you're doing analysis on gold, there's nothing for me. I need to just wait from this point on. There's nothing for me to do as of just yet. It's just us being patient and waiting for a proper retracement, or just watching to see what happens when we run these external range highs. Can I share my watch list? My watch list complete. Like this is my watch list with majors, Forex futures, indices, exotics, bonds / dollar, yields, crypto, stocks. That's pretty much what I have right here. Oh, I made a tweet about this too, bro. Where's my tweet that I made about that with correlated assets? The tweet that I made was, hold on, I'll link that right here. 1 second. It is a reply here. Copy link. It's here. Can I reply to this? Oh, here, paste. Paste here. A J, there it is for SMT. What are your thoughts if NFP drops us lower initially on indices? My view, if NFP drops us initially, well, I'm just assuming that whatever move we get first will be the Judas swing. So I'm never having a position open prior, but whatever move we get first, my idea will be that is the manipulation move. And then, because previous NFP, if you guys didn't see my breakdown on NASDAQ longs, we had a drop on indices into a discount for the Dow. And then we took and capitalized on NASDAQ longs after equities open, because that's when we got our delivery of the real move. So I watched the manipulation come through at 8:30, and then I waited until 9:30 equities open to open up my position to get long, because the 8:30 data release was the fake move. How do I use bonds in my analysis? Bonds are directly correlated to indices, but I'm not like big on using. I don't do fundamental analysis of being completely honest with you. But if you subscribe to Day Trading Ralph, he is going to release a video on fundamental analysis on the correlation between bonds, yields, dollar, and how to use them, like COT data, with majors and indices, etc. But I know bullish bonds, bullish indices, bearish bonds, bearish indices. I know that as of right now, I'm still inside and holding my CAD CHF longs. This has been an absolute, this has been a roller coaster of a ride for this pair. If you guys are in it too as well, but this has been insane to see. Like, if we look at CAD CHF on FXCM's broker, look at this. This should be our low set now. And if you watch my previous video on how to perfect like your entries on trades, like you guys should know this by now. When price does this and reaching a higher time frame key level, like a daily internal range liquidity pool, we wait for advanced market structure to play out. And this is not just a daily internal range, it's a weekly internal range liquidity pool. And we're anticipating, given the fact that this is a weekly inside candle, our expansion would be to the previous weekly high. Given the fact that we're at a weekly bullish fair value gap, a breaker block, and a daily bullish fair value gap, and a daily bullish order block. This has literally been like my highest probability pair for the week, but it has been so slopped in regards to the delivery. But I'm very content now, given as to how we have played out price since we have been continuing. Since price, this stop hunt run here, we dropped into this daily bullish order block that took out the lows here and tagged the gap. Price pushed up, closing above this body high, and then we created a short-term low to the right, double tagging and sweeping the Thursday's low. This should deliver higher from here. 100%. Well, I'm not going to say 100% because anything could happen overnight, but I would love to see this being our long-term low, short-term low violated, creating our intermediate-term low, short-term low on the daily to the right. This should deliver us higher. I have no SMT with the CAD CHF pair because there's no correlated asset to it. But this to me, like, this looks like there should be no other choice but a higher prices on this, like, honestly. Like, on the daily chart, this just looks like it has provided enough clarity for us to move. Like, in my opinion, now this is a high conviction bullish play. And we've been watching this and stalking this since the beginning of the week. Because it's been weekly internal to external, daily internal to external, and now we're just waiting for this to deliver higher prices. I see no other reason why. Enough stop hunts have occurred. This should go. Being blatantly honest. All we do now is pray. That is all we do. Let's check any other of the dollar crosses to see what's going on with them. How do you declare an STL before the third candle forms? This is an STL. Here. The STL would be confirmed, honestly, well, not for Friday. The STL would be confirmed for, what's it called? For Monday's candle. So we'll have a confirmation swing low on Monday's candle, but I'm anticipating the short-term low being this candle here, because we took out the previous low on Friday after we have the intermediate low set on Wednesday. So once we get an intermediate term low, you're anticipating the next candle to the right, whatever swing starts to form, to be that short-term low. So if I'm being honest, if we don't get the delivery this week, we'll get the delivery next week. That is my honest opinion with this pair. And I think it's going to reach this high, and this high, and then sometime throughout that week, relative equalize here, and then the weekly external range. you should be focusing on like SMT divergence with like AUD CAD, NZD CAD. Those are like the correlated assets. Or like any AUD, NZD cross, or Euro and Pound cross. That should be your correlated asset to check for SMT divergence. That's your primary focus. But for this exotic and this cross, I did not use SMT for the run, but you could use like Swiss franc futures or CAD futures. Absolute. Yes, sir. What a shame. USD JPY. Let's check CAD futures really quick. CAD futures are so bullish right now, it's not even funny. Wow. Closures above all these highs, seeking this high here. This was our purge at the low. Damn. Getting a weekly outside candle too. Probably amidst of a reversal. But we'll be patient with this one. End up seeing how we go for the week. We're going into next week. Damn, that thing was just fucking ripping. Damn, trash is here too. Am I using quarterly theory still? I'm not using it as frequently as I was before. Like, in my opinion, quarterly theory definitely is a beneficial concept to use when you are looking for like lower time frame entries, like M1, M5 maybe, but like kind of it's more so like a scalping tool. Primarily M1. That would be my opinion in regards to quarterly theory based off of my personal experience. But you guys know already for me, I'm not focused on lower time frames. I'm focused on hourly and 4-hour swings, and that's how I've been trading as of recently. All of my entries have been on the 4-hour or the hourly chart. Unless I'm taking anything intraday, and then I'll take an intraday trade, which is going to be on the M15 or the M5. Are you kidding? Of course I'm holding CAD CHF until those external range highs. I'll take a piece off on this guy when it reaches like previous weekly high, because that's my at least minimum expansion, previous weekly high, because this is a weekly inside candle. I think that's where we're going. And if we don't close above previous weekly high and we have the weekly inside, that means that we set a weekly swing low in a higher time frame key level. So our means of expansion, this is a 3-candle formation swing low. Our minimum draw on liquidity would be the previous weekly high. So I would assume that we are just sending off to higher prices. And this is literally just a trend line to me. What is my average chart time? I mean, this week my average chart time was high because I did so many live streams. Like I put in like a 9 to 5 job of live streams this week, just trying to provide whatever I can for you guys, for what I know, so you can kind of just like base what I've given out and implement it on your own trading strategy. So I kind of wanted to just do that this week to help whoever is realistically in need. That was my main goal this week, because next week I'm going to be very busy with outside projects. GCAD. What's GCAD look like? I mean, what do we just run on GCAD? Our external range liquidity pool on our daily chart. We should leave this pair for next week to draw into weekly internal range. That's what we should do. I don't have a mentorship. I have a Discord group. I feel like if you are a beginner, you should be just using any sort of free content and waiting until you kind of put puzzle pieces together. And when you have a general understanding and you have a foundation, and then you can kind of dive in and like seek a mentor. Like I do one-on-ones, but like it's very select, and I don't like opening it up. So like, because I don't want to like try and like help you, and it be like you don't know like the bare minimum. It'd be better for you to utilize what's free. Like what I've been putting on my YouTube, I've been trying to provide like a free like blueprint to like your weekly prep, your daily bias, draw on liquidity, understanding external and internal range liquidity, market structure, how to define your entries, all that sort of stuff. I feel like that's more than enough than what you're gonna need in a paid thing. And I feel like if you just reverse engineer those things, yeah, that's going to be perfect for you. But, like, I understand, like, if you're still seeking, like, one-on-one support. But my Discord community is just a bunch of people that are like-minded that provide, that share analysis and talk about literally exactly what I trade week by week. But, yeah, I think that we leave GCAD for next week to draw into, like, say, depending on how we close on this week, like draw into like the previous weekly low, weekly internal range. And then same thing with like Euro CAD too. Like check Euro CAD. Like, oh, this is what we'll be looking for. AUD CAD. We reach that weekly internal range liquidity pool. Obviously, we get a retracement after internal range. We're going to expect price to either one, trade through this, use it as support like we did here on this weekly internal range, or we drop from here and we take out the weekly external range, which is this low, before price continues again higher, because we already know that this is weekly internal to external range this high. This was our low-hanging fruit objective because this was external swing low here to internal range here. Premium of this swing high to this swing low. So this was our low-hanging fruit weekly objective. So AUD CAD is like, we're done with this for the week. NZD CAD, this I know eventually will have its time. We have a flat top high here. This still is on my radar. This is also still on my radar, the relative equal highs here. So I know that this guy's time will come. It's just a matter of when will it come. So I have no preference just yet, until this gives me the clarity that I need to continue. Because again, this is monthly internal to external. This is monthly internal to external as well. all we need to do now is just frame on our daily this monthly key level to daily market maker buy model. And by the looks of it so far, what we're doing is just retracing into a discount, and then we'll just see what we can do from that point on. But this will all be talked about in the weekly outlook that I do on Day Trading Ralph's YouTube channel on Sunday. Like, we'll be going over everything of what my expectations are and what my anticipation is for a price delivery for what we can hunt for the following week. What's your entry model for swing trading on the hourly? How do I target? So I use the daily, because if you're talking about the hourly, I use the daily to provide me clarity for key levels to get tagged. So if I look at, like, I guess CAD CHF here, the daily was here, our key level right here. Well, actually, let's look at this one better. Daily key level, we could drop to our hourly chart off of that daily key level. So price reacts. This is our close and start for the week here. Friday, we get into our week here. So here is Monday. And then we don't trade Mondays. We avoid Mondays. We're moving into Tuesday. Watching price. Tuesday looks like it's setting the low of the week. And the low of the week, it's dropping down into this hourly bullish breaker block / order block, etc., which is also a daily low run and set of an intermediate term low on the daily chart. Once price reacts off of this key level, what does it do after that? It breaks structure, clearing above this high. So what do we do always? Like, we literally just wait for price to react off of that daily key level, and then we wait for structure to align itself with the draw and liquidity. So if we're waiting for after Monday, getting into Tuesday, anticipating a classic buy week, Monday's low gets taken, sweep it into the hourly bullish breaker block to our left. We wait for a shift in structure. You can even just enter off of this hourly bullish breaker block. Enter off of this, or you can enter off the fair value gap that's inside, and you can set a stop loss depending on how comfortable you are with your external range target. You can literally do this. Execute here. Stop loss at the low from Monday, and then swing it to whatever you feel necessary to TP. If you wanted to hold it to that high, it'd be 2.85 risk to reward, but that's just your own personal preference. Or if you wanted to even hold it to this high, previous weekly high, that's 1.73 risk to reward. But that's just, like, I'm just spitballing right now. But that's how I would use the hourly chart to execute trades and entries. But I think that this daily chart is looking very, very smooth. And if you watched my previous video that I just posted, this is playing out exactly how I thought it would, given advanced market structure. And what's his name? T-Trades has a video coming out. I believe it is on... When does he have his video coming out? I saw it post on his Instagram. Let's check really quick. T has a video coming out Saturday. And his video on Saturday is ICT Advanced Market Structure Simplified. That is when he has his coming out. And that should clarify. What do I think of AED JPY shorts? I don't know, man. I have no preference as of right now as to what this thing is going to do. We're just consolidating inside of a weekly internal range liquidity pool. And same thing with the correlated asset NZD JPY. The weekly here. We're inside of this weekly internal range. There's SMT here. There's SMT here. So if I'm being blatantly honest with you, I'm not framing shorts right now. I'm framing longs. That's what I see right now. What up, Panda? Thank God you came on. I was falling asleep. Oh, man. Hopefully you can quit that job soon, brother. And get out of that. But I was going to do it on Kick, but I figured it would be more so professional to help just, I guess, frame what could come or what you guys think is coming for tomorrow's NFP delivery. This is just us providing expectations, no saying we're going to do this prior, I'm going to do this prior, none of that. Euro JPY shorts, brother. You gave your roommate long analysis on GBP AUD. Oh, wait. Wow, we actually reached into that daily gap. It's about time. The wick did the damage, but the body told the story here. I see. And we have SMT at this low. And this low here. I would wait for, I guess, next week, to be honest, on this one. This could be on our radar because there's no SMT at the highs. This could be on our radar for next week. Not tomorrow, but, if the daily internal range liquidity pool holds, this could be a possibility for us to go. Yeah, no, it's SMT. I see it. So what we'd literally do is just wait for the hourly to give us a clear shift in structure, and then we can go into it. Yeah, I went over the NFP protocol. I mean, my primary focus is going to be on indices, and I said this, I'm anticipating, depending on how tomorrow goes at 8:30, it can go either way. Don't marry yourself to a bias, because this can literally completely negate this idea. My idea was us trading higher again, sweeping out the highs set from Thursday, and then NASDAQ catching up, taking out the highs from Monday, and then we drop. So on the data release, I'm assuming that price is going to sweep out the highs, and then the Dow Jones is going to sweep out the high from Tuesday, this flat body high, because this is a draw on liquidity, flat top with no wick. This is an inefficiency in price, so price needs to draw to this to make this efficient price action, create SMT at that run, and then drop lower. That is what I would assume would be happening. That's just my scenario that I'm playing in my head. Exactly. Euro JPY now. Yeah, no, Euro JPY, I already went over that. Euro NZD. I don't know if I have this on here. I need to get rid of all of these Swiss franc pairs, because after CAD CHF, I'm not trading a Swiss franc pair again, ever. Euro NZD. Okay. GBP NZD. Okay. Weekly looks like internal to external. Let's look at the weekly here. I just don't like how this has a flat body low at 174.614. Wait, what am I looking at? This is a 3-month chart. What the okay, yeah, I messed that up. Weekly doesn't give me any, or monthly doesn't give me anything. The weekly, here is this. Nope. You did close below it, but it's still technically labeled as internal range. Closing above it here. The weekly is not giving me much on Euro NZD. This is the SMT that I see here. I'm really not a fan of this. I would not, personally, I'm not labeling this as a high probability setup. I'm not too fond of this pair. Like, if it wants to draw higher, that's fine, but I'm not going to be the one taking advantage of it. Don't get me wrong, we still broke structure on the hourly after running that low. Was this the daily here? We sweeped, but we didn't create SMT like I would have wanted. This still, it's really not that good. I'm not a fan. I know, right, X? Do you use Wix for the breaker? Yes. Dollar's finally doing something, bro. We're finally getting a move. And I think the move is going to be up. I'm looking at least at price moving up to here. At that 103.356. I think this is the weekly, this is a minimum daily objective. That's my personal opinion. On the dollar index. Where's Ralph? Ralph is sleeping, brother. But we'll be live again tomorrow. Me, Ralph, and Nick. On YouTube, I believe. Dude, I cannot wait for this week to be over. UFC 299 is on Saturday, and you guys have no idea how excited I am for that. Literally going to be such a good UFC card. But yeah, my game plan. My game plan is to see price move up from this low run. Yeah, I have O'Malley, of course. I have ready. I have Jan. I have Peter Yan winning. I have Gilbert Burns winning. Kevin Holland, Dustin Poirier, and O'Malley. Now, rebuttal me on that. Gilbert Burns, I'm scared of for a split decision. And also Dustin. Low-key scared for the two. But we'll see. We shall see. We shall see what happens. But I'm so excited for Saturday. Very excited. CAD JPY view. Let me delete all this shit. This is from our previous stream. Daily. This is another one that I really don't like. too much of a fan of this guy. Yeah, this is a tough frame. Nothing's saying anything to me on the monthly, nothing's saying to me on the weekly, and nothing has said to me on the daily. Besides the fact that we literally have flat top high here. So if CAD runs bullish and yen futures run bearish, this would move. But like, I don't know. I mean, stop hunt run here. But this is me just spitballing random things. I'm not a fan of this. Yeah, I'll go over EU and GU again. So we reached this objective point on dollar index. The daily volume imbalance, flat body low. I'm assuming that price is going to push from here. What I'm paying attention to on GU is us running that 128.278. I'm looking at this high going. And I want to see I guess I'm not really sure what's going to happen with EU, because my analysis on EU, like my weekly objective was this high. And we already met it, so there's no point of me to even like watch it. Because we set a swing low at a higher time frame key level on the weekly chart, ran these external ranges, and on top of that, this is a monthly internal range liquidity pool with SMT. So we had two PD arrays or two key levels lined up. And if you guys don't know, once price sets a swing low in a higher time frame key level, the third candle would be used as a draw on liquidity, like the next day model. Like a swing low on a daily key level, you're looking for the fourth candle to take out the third candle's high. So in this case, we look at the third candle high on the weekly chart to be our draw on liquidity, and this was our draw for the week. And you can see like previous week was an inside weekly bar, so our means of expansion was to that high at 108880. So I'm not focusing on majors. I'm letting these go. These will just be a focus for potential next week. GBP CAD 2. GBP CAD, I had my analysis set at the weekly external range being our draw on liquidity. We reached it here. When did we reach it? We reached it on Tuesday. And since then, you can see what happened. Since Tuesday, we've just been consolidating. We went from daily internal here to weekly external and daily external to internal range. So now that we did that, we could pay attention to see what happens next week. So if we're looking to see it continue again higher, maybe we can run at the beginning of next week. We run the external range from Wednesday's high, and then once we do that, we can look for price to retrace before moving to higher prices down into the weekly internal range, because that would be my ideal situation set for us to take advantage on this. I already went over my view on Euro JPY. It doesn't look good. This is extremely ugly. I don't really know what you're going to frame off of this. I don't get me wrong. I still think that it's going to move higher, but the structure of this is absolutely abysmal. I kind of wanted to just hop on here and kind of give you guys my thoughts as to what I view for tomorrow. And it was going to be short and simple because honestly, I don't want to be up too late because I want to be up early and wake up for NFP. Because I'm going to do, well, obviously, after I do it live with my group, I'll go and do a recap on YouTube, and I'll hop in live again, see how everybody did, go over price action, go over the delivery, and just see what happened, what we could have done, what we did do, all that sort of jazz. You could reach out to me on Instagram would probably be best, or Twitter too, but I would probably say my Instagram. My trading Instagram would be better. But, man, you guys. Gold, guys, gold. Leave gold alone. It's already made its move. There's nothing for you to do right now. Monthly internal to external range liquidity. Took out this external range high. It's probably going to go to here, but we'll take advantage of that. Okay. I literally just gave my view on Euro JPY. But yeah, I wanted to make this short and simple. I gave you guys my plan, what I think for the market for tomorrow. I'll do another stream tomorrow for sure to overview what we did and how price delivered compared to our expectations and all that sort of jazz. And that'll be announced probably, let's see, like 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, maybe 1, just to like kind of go over everything. But for the people that joined late, I will have this link sent and posted on YouTube for the process video for you guys to overview it and see what I thought in the beginning. I went over pretty much every single pair that you guys were already asking about. But, wait, do you look for high impact news? Yes, you should be using high impact news drivers for your injections of volatility to reach your objective points or your draws. But before like any more come in, we'll cut it here. Have a good rest of your night, everybody. Good luck, good trading tomorrow. Please do not over leverage or have open positions before NFP. Anything could happen. Please be safe. Protect your capital. But I look forward to seeing you guys in the live tomorrow. And thank you for joining. I hope you guys learned something and enjoyed. But be safe, everybody. Good night. And I'll catch you guys all tomorrow.